What if I told you that every single night when you fall asleep, something leaves your body and Allah Himself decides whether it comes back? You're not just resting when you sleep. Something far bigger is happening and most of us have no idea. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh and welcome back. Tonight, when you close your eyes and drift off, you are going to experience something that the Quran describes as a form of death, not a metaphor, not a poetic comparison. Allah uses a very specific word for it, and by the end of this video, you're going to look at sleep in a completely different way. I promise you, once you understand what actually happens to your soul during sleep, you will never again take your bedtime for granted. Stay with me till the end, because the last point in this video is something that could change the way you live your entire day tomorrow. Let's start with the foundation. Allah says in Surah Az-Zumar, ayah 42, Allah takes the souls at the time of their death, and those that do not die during their sleep. Then He keeps those for which He has decreed death and releases the others for a specified term. Read that again. Allah is telling us directly sleep and death are connected. When you sleep, your soul is actually taken by Allah, the same way it's taken at the moment of death. The difference is simple. At death, it doesn't come back. In sleep, Allah, out of His mercy, sends it back to you. Think about that for a second. Every night, you are practicing a small death. And every morning you wake up, that is a resurrection, a second chance, a brand new day that you did absolutely nothing to earn. This is why the Prophet taught us a specific dua to say the moment we open our eyes. It's reported in Sahih al-Bukhari that when the Prophet woke up, he would say, Alhamdulillahi alladhi ayana bada ma'amatana wa ilayhi nushur. All praises for Allah who gave us life after having taken it from us, and unto Him is the resurrection. Notice the word amatana, He caused us to die. This is not casual language. The Prophet is confirming with his own words that sleep is a form of death. So here's a question for you. When's the last time you actually said that dua and meant it? Not just recited it out of habit, but really felt it? Now here's the part most people miss completely. If sleep is a form of death, that means every single night there's a possibility, even a small one, that you will not wake up. Allah decides in that moment whether your soul returns to your body or whether that night was your last night on this earth. This isn't meant to scare you into anxiety. It's meant to wake something up inside you. Think about people. You may have known someone who went to sleep completely healthy, completely normal, with plans for tomorrow, and simply never woke up. Their soul was taken quietly, without pain, without warning, any moment they thought was just going to bed. The Prophet himself taught us to end our day the way we'd want to end our life. In a hadith collected by Al-Bukhari, he instructed that before sleeping we should say, Bismika Allahumma amutu wahya, in your name, O Allah, I die and I live. Some scholars have explained this beautifully. You're essentially saying, O Allah, tonight I place my soul in your hands. If you take it, I return to you. If you return it to me, I live another day for you. This is why many of our scholars encouraged making wudu before sleeping, sleeping in a state of remembrance, and even reflecting on your day before closing your eyes, because you genuinely don't know if it's your last. If you've ever laid in bed at night with your mind racing about tomorrow's plans, tomorrow's stress, tomorrow's to-do list, this next part is for you. I want to be really clear about something. This topic is not meant to fill you with fear or dread every time you go to bed. That's not the spirit of this reminder at all. Allah is Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, the most merciful. The fact that He returns your soul to you every single morning is not something to fear. It's something to be deeply, deeply grateful for. Imagine a friend who takes something precious from you every night, your soul, and gives it back to you every single morning without fail, for years, for decades, and asks nothing in return except that you remember him. That's the relationship Allah is describing here. So instead of fear, this reminder should create two things in your heart: gratitude and urgency. Gratitude, because waking up this morning was not guaranteed. It was a gift. And urgency, because if today could be your last day, are you living it the way you'd want to be found? I'm going to share something most Islamic channels never really slow down to explain the connection between sleep and your daily accountability. Scholars have long pointed out that just as you will stand before Allah on the Day of Judgment and account for your entire life, in a smaller sense, every single night is a mini checkpoint, a pause, a moment where your record temporarily rests and a new page begins in the morning. This means tomorrow, when you wake up. You're not just starting a new day, you're being given a brand new blank page to write something good on. But wait, there's one more point that completely changed how I personally think about this, and I think it will do the same for you. The Prophet didn't just teach us these du'as as rituals to memorize. He taught them so that our very last thoughts before sleep and our very first thoughts after waking would be connected to Allah. Think about what you usually do right before you sleep. Is it scrolling on your phone, watching something, worrying about tomorrow? Now compare that to ending your night with the remembrance of Allah, sincerely saying in your name, I die and I live, and truly reflecting on it. And in the morning, instead of immediately reaching for your phone, imagine opening your eyes and saying, all praise is for Allah who gave me life after having taken it from me, and actually pausing to feel the weight of that sentence. This one small shift, bookending your sleep with these two du'as, said sincerely, can completely change your relationship with your days. It turns ordinary sleep into a spiritual reset. It turns waking up into a resurrection you don't take for granted. If this video moved something in your heart today, I want to ask you for something small but meaningful. Please like this video. It genuinely helps this reminder reach more people who need to hear it. Subscribe if you want more content like this, grounded in the Quran and authentic Sunnah. And more than anything, share this with just one person, a parent, a sibling, a friend, someone who might be scrolling through their phone right now instead of remembering that tonight their soul will leave their body too. You never know, this reminder might be exactly what someone needed today. O Allah, when we lay down to sleep tonight, protect our souls in your mercy. If you take us, forgive us, and have mercy on us. And if you return us to life, let us wake up with hearts full of gratitude, and let us use that new day in a way that pleases you. O Allah, make our sleep a rest for our bodies and a reminder for our hearts, and never let us forget that every night is a small return to you. Ameen. Jazakumallahu khairan for watching till the end. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.